Follow the traces. Explore roots deep. Learn from the past. Futures to reap. Stay tuned for Qingqiao Safety Detective. On a winter night in Bhopal, India, more than 30 years ago, the silent moonlight bathed the Ganges plain, and the clock tower had just struck midnight. Unexpectedly, a massive, dense column of smoke erupted from the chemical plant building, shooting straight into the sky. It formed a mushroom cloud and rapidly spread to the surrounding areas. The air throughout the city became saturated with a pungent smell. Since then, Bhopal has become synonymous with terror, a topic discussed with disgrace and intense pain. What precisely was the nature of that deadly smoke, and what truths lay concealed behind the nightmare? In this edition, we will revisit the entire incident and unveil the most tragic industrial accident in history, the Bhopal poison gas leak case in India. This account is based on actual events, drawing information from the Global Times and People's Daily Online. Pseudonyms are used for all individuals mentioned in the article. Chapter 1. Night of Bhopal. India, a densely populated nation, experienced steady economic development following its independence in 1947. By the 1970s, the country's population had surpassed 500 million, yet its agriculture remained relatively underdeveloped. In a bid to address the food challenges arising from the expanding population, the Indian government initiated a Green Revolution in 1964. The Green Revolution aimed to boost agricultural production, emphasizing the necessity of intensifying the use of chemical products like pesticides and fertilizers. However, India faced challenges as its domestic production of pesticides and fertilizers was insufficient to meet agricultural demands. Consequently, the government pursued strategies to attract investments and introduced various foreign chemical production technologies. In the context of this backdrop, Union Carbide, a multinational chemical powerhouse, established a significant pesticide manufacturing facility in the Indian city of Bhopal in 1969. Nestled in the heart of Madhya Pradesh, India, Bhopal is renowned for its expansive lakes, charming landscapes, and is hailed as one of the greenest cities in the country. Beyond its aesthetic appeal, the city plays a crucial role as a significant wheat-producing region in India. With the establishment of a pesticide factory, there were optimistic expectations of newfound hope for Bhopal. However, little did anyone anticipate that this very pesticide facility would cast Bhopal into a perpetual nightmare. In the late hours of December 3, 1984, as most Bhopal residents peacefully slumbered, an abrupt disturbance shattered the quietude of the night. Above the centrally located pesticide factory, a billowing white mass ascended into the sky, unfurling and spreading akin to a blanket of winter snow, swiftly enveloping the entire city. The gentle evening breeze carried with it the perilous fumes from the pesticide factory, diffusing them into the adjacent residential zones. At approximately 0:30 a.m., Kamla, a resident, was roused by her child's intense coughing. In the subdued illumination, her room became veiled in an eerie white mist. Subsequently, an oppressive weight settled upon her chest, impeding her breath as if an unwieldy burden bore down on her. Her throat stung, and tears welled uncontrollably in her eyes. What's going on? A pervasive sense of fear seized her, an unprecedented dread that swiftly permeated both her body and mind. Urgent cries from the outside reached Kamla's ears through the window, imploring, "Run, run." The panic-laden and disordered sounds pierced her senses like needles in that moment. She swiftly comprehended that an imminent and unknown peril was ominously close at hand. In a neighboring residence, Bharat was abruptly awakened by the pungent odor, as if his entire being had been inundated with chili pepper. His tears and nose streamed uncontrollably. Upon hastily exiting his house, he encountered a scene of chaos, people navigating through the dense white smoke. Clad in pajamas or shorts, they appeared disoriented, as if abruptly jolted from a dream, relying instinctively on their survival instincts to desperately flee and escape the unfolding crisis. Never before had the streets of Bhopal witnessed such a multitude at 1 o'clock in the morning. Amidst the chaos, wild animals darted frenziedly along the roads, colliding with pedestrians desperate to flee. A dense white smoke, resembling a haze, obscured visibility, leaving most bewildered about the unfolding events and uncertain about the right direction to take. In the confusion, many individuals inadvertently ran in the opposite direction, unknowingly drawing closer to the hazardous vicinity of the factory. As individuals sprinted to escape, their accelerated breathing inadvertently hastened the intake of smoke into their bodies. These noxious gases triggered immediate and severe physiological reactions, manifesting as breathlessness, choking, vomiting, and, tragically, progressing to suffocation and death. Among the fallen were the elderly, children, and pregnant women, some never regaining their footing. The deceased lay strewn across roads, railway tracks, grassy areas, beneath houses, and even in the rivers. The air resonated with cries and wails, enveloping the entire city in an atmosphere of unrelenting terror. In stark contrast to the numerous factories dotting Bhopal, the city boasted only a handful of hospitals with limited medical personnel. In this critical hour, an overwhelming influx of people sought refuge at Hyamida Hospital, the sole provincial facility equipped to handle such emergencies. However, the hospitals were not only stretched beyond their capacity but faced an additional challenge: doctors lacked information about the harmful components present in the inhaled gases. When medical staff urgently reached out to Union Carbide, the owner of the pesticide factory, for clarification, the company attempted to obscure the truth surrounding the incident, dismissively asserting that the leaked gas was nothing more than tear gas. Why, one might wonder, did tear gas, typically perceived as less lethal, suddenly become a life-threatening agent? What factors led to the significant and unexpected release of this harmful gas that should have been securely contained? Please stay tuned for the next issue, Detective of Qingqiao Safety.